Welcome in, Gemini, to Don Williams Tarot. This message is for sun, moon, and rising placements in the sign of Gemini. So if you have those placements, this message may be for you. Keep in mind, not all these messages may resonate, as this is a general reading, not a one-on-one reading, as I don't want there to be any miscommunication on any level. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? If you are interested in doing a deeper dive as to what's going on with you and your life at this time, you can get my details below in the description box, or you can go to donwilliamstarot.com to my website to get my pricing and availability, okay? For those of you who are brand new to my channel, you may want to consider subscribing, as I have started to do live readings only on YouTube. And if you are a subscriber, you will be notified as to when those lives are happening. That gives you the opportunity to come in a live reading. You can ask your questions in the chat box, and I plan to be taking questions from the chat and pulling cards for whomever happens to come in for a reading, okay? So this gives you a little bit more information as to what a live reading would be for you personally, should you decide to get an extended reading of some kind, or this gives you an opportunity just to ask a simple question that you would like some clarity on. Okay, so what I plan to do today, Gemini, is I am going to pull cards for you for career and money. Spirit has told me that these messages will extend for the next 4 weeks or so. So I am asking Spirit to give us clarity and insight as to what's going on for you as the twins that you are. What's going on with you guys in terms of your money space and your career space, okay? So I'm asking for your highest and best outcome, clarity, and anything that is going to be helpful to you to get you through these next few weeks. Also, if you're brand new to my channel, I typically, when I pull your cards, I take myself off screen so we can just focus on your cards. So that's what I plan to do right now. I will pull myself back on screen. After I do your initial reading, I'll put myself back on screen to pull cards from this. This is my career and life path kind of a deck. And my Indigo Goddess is specifically for money and career, okay? So I pull those at the very end to conclude your reading. And typically the messages are quite strong, and they may add additional value to the reading that may not have been discussed in your reading. So I hope you will stay to the end to watch that. Also, if you wouldn't mind, could you just reach up there while I'm thinking about it and go ahead and click the like button? Oh, Page of Swords. So Swords is definitely Gemini energy. And then we have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, okay. Four of Pentacles. Page of Cups. So now you have 2 pages. Feels like messages, a lot of communication is coming in for you for the next couple of weeks. And then we have the Empress. So the only swords that I see here is this Page of Swords, Gemini. So let's read what the messages are for you. So the Page of Swords is my card of, contemplating new starts, new beginnings, looking at new information in new ways. Pages are my energies of new paths, new direction. This is also an apprentice type of a card. It could be that you have somebody that's younger than you that you will be mentoring or that you are working closely with. The other thing that this is representing is messages that will stimulate your mind as to a direction that you may be deciding to move forward to. as again, pages are about new paths. So whatever this is, it feels as though this is going to be a new way for you to express the way that you think or how you share your ideas, as well as the way that you communicate those ideas and how you make decisions moving forward. For me, this is a positive card. It feels as though some of you may be waiting if you've already been interviewing and you've gone, on their interview meetings, and now you're just waiting for some kind of a response or some kind of an answer. And based on what is here, I would say things are going to move very quickly for you because we have that Eight of Wands, which is very fast velocity type of energy. So get ready because it looks like changes are coming in, new opportunities are going to be presented, and I feel as though this is going to be more in alignment with your energy as an air sign, Gemini. Now, your next steps have to do with this Eight of Wands. Eights are typically my obstacles card, but in this particular placement, what this is talking about is just fast moving energy. And this Eight of Wands is about, really seeing opportunities for what they are. These are allowing you to move forward. This is going to be quite inspiring. There's a lot of inspiration and creativity associated, passion, motivation associated. So whatever direction you're going, I feel as though Spirit is kind of picking you up and moving you over here and placing you down, saying this is where you need to be and this is what you need to be doing at this time. So changes are definitely coming in. I do feel as though you're being completely supported here in this decision. And it's going to be fast moving energy for you, Gemini. Now, in your obstacles position, you have the Four of Pentacles. And the fours for me typically always represents some type of needing balance or gaining balance, looking for balance. And the Pentacles, of course, has to do with your physical security, your wealth, your health, and your career. As you can see, he's hanging on very tightly to this pentacle that he has across his chest. So what this is saying to me is that some of you may be feeling as though you have been really hanging on to your money, but at the same time, this is in your obstacles position. So it'd be like reading this card in reverse. And reading that Four of Pentacles in reverse is saying that maybe you are spending more money than you normally would, or maybe you're feeling as though this is part of your therapy. And what you're realizing is that you're going through more money than you had anticipated. I don't see it as a problem. I don't see any other cards here that would suggest like the devil card that would say that, this is an addiction problem or something like that. But what I will say is right now, you're really trying to find your footing. You're really looking for that balance. You're looking for that place where you're going to fit right in and you're going to create the money that you want for the physical security that you are looking to attain. And I feel as though this energy is just reminding you about generosity as well, being generous of spirit and also being grateful for the things that you do have. Okay. Excuse me. Your next card has to do with the Page of Cups, and the Page of Cups, this is in your strengths position. For me, he's really looking intently at the fish in his cup, which is kind of funny. But what that is saying is that there's opportunities that you need to grab, right? This has to do with aligning with your heart space, aligning with those things that make you feel emotionally connected to your higher self, to your spiritual path. This is opportunities coming in. This could be a message that you may be waiting for that is the go. Yes, we're going to extend an offer to you. Yes, this is where we want you to go next. This is, it's a very positive, uplifting card. So it feels as though some of you just may be waiting for that offer. And the other thing too is, once you get a verbal offer or once you get some kind of written offer is when you should be acting and giving your notice at your previous employment. It does feel as though it's very positive. It feels as though you will be going in this new direction. And it feels as though all of these things are kind of coming in pretty quickly for you. Your final outcome is the Empress card. Now, the Empress card does represent divine feminine energy. So if you're a male listening to this message, do realize that we all have masculine, feminine energies within us, because we have both of those energies, depending on the quoted level within us. Now, my Empress is aligned with the planet of Venus. So there's a lot of love in this card. She's quite abundant. She knows how to create the things that she wants. And she has like this unlimited amount of energy that she can create anything she wants from. The Empress is about nurturing and growth, creativity. She's about new plans and new abundance coming in. So I feel as though many of you are going to be settling into this energy for yourself. She is a major arcana. She's definitely comfortable in herself. She's comfortable in her offering. She's comfortable knowing who she truly is. She does have opulence and wealth supporting her. And, she's quite grounded. She's also a card of feeling very fertile. So if you are a female, realize that at this time you are very fertile. So if you are thinking about expanding your family, now would be the time to do it. If you are not wanting to extend your family, then you might want to consider some options around that choice, because this fertility does represent children, babies. This is also my card of Mother Gaia, our planet that we live on. She is also going through her ascension process, and she is also going to rise up. She's going to move on to her next evolutionary process. So we will be seeing big changes on the planet. We've already seen them already. This is also a golden card, so it's a very positive card. It is being supported by spirit. It's being supported by off-worlders as to what's happening with us energetically moving into our next part of our evolutionary process. Overall, it looks really good. I do not see anything here that you would need to worry about. The other thing that I'm going to say about your pages is that there will be opportunities if you look, but you're going to have to seek out where you can be placing your financial successes, meaning that if you have 401ks or you have a pension or you have other things, there will be other places for you to be able to invest in or move your money to if you decide that that's what you want to do. Those are options available. And I feel as though that energy will be coming quickly, but you have to put that effort out there in order to get back, right? Okay, so let me put myself back on screen. And we're going to be pulling the last few cards from the career decks, okay? So if you've made it this far, please reach up there and click that like button. It really does help me tremendously, and I appreciate all the help that you can extend. Your first card is on the table. Time to put your demands on the table and get serious about what you want. Okay, so if you're in a current situation where you're working for an employer and you don't feel as though you're being recognized, or you feel as though you are being paid less than what you desire, I think that's what this card is suggesting, is that you want to ask for a raise or a promotion or a step up, but you're also going to have to back that up with some data, right? You're going to have to give them a reason as to why they should invest more money in you as an employee. Because think about it, a lot of times businesses typically will do pay raises once a year. Very rarely is it twice a year. And I think around this time of year, depending on the type of business that you work in, may be times where people are going through those assessments, right? They're doing assessments as to how you've done the past year, what contributions have you made, how have you helped the bottom line, Make sure that you keep a running total or tab. I used to keep a folder, and whenever I got those that boys or I did something good, I would just I'd stick a copy of that in my folder. And then at the end of the year, when it was time for me to do my own self-assessment before I would be assessed by my employer, I would bring all of those things out and um, add those to the discussion, right? Okay. Just suggestions. Ask for the raise, though. If you feel you deserve it, go for it. Your next card is freedom. You need to have more flexibility with your schedule and income. Being self-employed is ideal, and time off will help you get clear. So for those of you who would like to start another opportunity or a side business, I think that that's a potential for you. That would give you the flexibility that you need. Even myself, who I am retired, but I did decide to start this tarot business because I absolutely love to work with people. I love communicating with people, and tarot to me is a lot of fun. I feel like it gives you a lot of guidance and inspiration to make some really positive changes in your life. But I put in a lot more hours in this business than I probably did in my day-to-day job because there's so many things that I want to improve, and I'm juggling a lot of things myself. But this may be a thing where you might want to, if you're thinking about making changes and you are in your current role and it isn't a situation where you want to move up within that company, or you don't want to be promoted because maybe you don't want the responsibility of being promoted, because then that means that you'll have people under you, right, that you might be responsible for. So you might have to add additional training to your skill set so that you understand all the job components of the people that you support, or support you, or support your group, or your part of the organization, right? But absolutely, I would say if you can get some time off, and you can separate yourself. This is kind of that, looking at your situation like the hermit, like you're going within and getting your own guidance as to what direction you should be moving forward, is kind of the message of this card as well. Okay, helping hand, giving and getting support, reaching out, financial aid. So that would be for people who would decide that they want to continue their education. Financial aid is extended if you apply to university, you apply to a college or something along those lines. You might be donating money, you might be doing charity work, or you might be requesting a loan. Now, the loan would be a situation where you are trying to start your own company and you need equipment, or you need a space to rent, right? That's kind of a loan to get you started, get you rolling in the business that you're creating for yourself. Okay, and then your last card, Gemini, is Phoenix, rising from the ashes. So new career. Yeah, I was feeling that. I was feeling like there's opportunities coming in, and the thing that Spirit is saying is those opportunities, you really absolutely want to make sure that you're in alignment. You're in alignment with your mind, your heart, your gut, your soul, right? All of those places. Do you need to tick all those boxes? It's talking about, this is what brings you your ambition. It helps you to rebuild the life that you truly want to live. It gives you inspiration. It allows you to be inspiring to others. You can also find yourself in the spotlight. And this lights up that fire within you, right? To advance, to succeed, to create these beautiful outcomes that you're looking for, in order to be able to work in a place where you truly enjoy getting up each day and going to. Overall, this looks like a really great reading. I don't see anything here that would prevent you from creating your next opportunity exactly the way that you want it. You might want to put in some thought as to what limitations there may be for a next job. Sometimes if you're looking at it, at your experiences in terms of what you didn't like or what you would change, those are the things that you want to make sure that you instill in this next part of your manifestation for your career moving forward. Okay. Overall, it looks good. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you tremendous luck if you are in the interviewing process. And until next time, take very good care of you. Cheers.